Welcome back to the High Value Man Conversation. This is episode 15, and it is a public service announcement. Yes, my friends and listeners, this is a public service announcement. So please, please, please don't forget about PAM. PAM is the problem, man. We are 15 episodes in, and I want to say thank you so much, guys. This has been so much fun to really have these conversations about what it means to be a high-value man. We've already had some amazing guests on the show, and I got so many more amazing guests lined up here in the next few months, and super excited about it. But the reason why this conversation, the high-value man conversation, started is because of a problem. It started because of a problem, and that problem, it's on my wall. If you're watching this on the YouTube channel, it is the Stop PAM problem. Stop PAM, man. PAM is the passive aggressive man. He is passive with women, passive with work, passive with the world of men. He is not going after his hopes, his dreams, or his desires. He is passive in his relationships, and he is aggressively sedating, masturbating, distracting, not living his best life. And so he's got these little passive aggressive pukes. We call them the victim pukes, where he is throwing up all over the place, little mantrums. Those are the man-sized tantrums. And remember, guys, PAM, he is a silent but deadly little man that lives inside every single man. Every guy has got some form of passivity. Every single man has some form of passivity. I don't care how much of a badass or alpha or rock star you are in your business or your trade. I don't care how fit or jacked you are. Every man has a passive problem, because there's always a fight that we just don't want to go into. And you may say, oh, you know what? I'm saving my energy for a better day. But the truth of the matter is, if you did a full-on audit analysis and you looked at every single corner of your life and asked yourself the question, if you had 1 year left to live, 1 year left to live, are you truly going after all of your hopes, your dreams, your desires? Are you truly speaking up, standing up, and using your platform, your voice, your message to lead up and inspire, to mentor, train, and develop, and to create a lasting legacy that will carry on long past when you die, my friend? If you answer the question that no, you're not, then I got to challenge you that maybe you're being passive in some capacity, passive with your fitness, and you're letting that extra 5, 10, 15 pounds just sit around just because it's not that big of a deal and you can't really notice it. And you're going into the bulking season. We're going into the holiday season where most men pack on 10, 15 pounds because no one's going to notice it because there is no bathing suit season. Well, could you be a little more assertive, a little more aggressive, and set higher standards for your high value life? Or are you going to allow that passivity to seep in? One of the ways that passivity seeps in so often to so many men is simply not following through with their word, not following through with the things they said they should do. We think about this, men, as our women and our wives and the work around us is asking stuff of us, maybe nagging, maybe complaining, maybe criticizing. It's typically because we've made a promise and have not followed through in some capacity. And so I've got an audit for you. I've got an audit and analysis because I got to stop this PAM problem. If more men were men of value and more men were truly taking charge for their hopes, their dreams, their desires, but most importantly, they were taking charge for the legacy that they're leaving behind, because all the best lessons in life are caught. They are not taught. Think about that for a second. The lessons you learned from your parents. Maybe your father was a passive-aggressive man. Maybe he was a little beta. Maybe you dealt with a distracted or completely detached father figure, and he did not give you the lessons of masculinity that you know you needed. And so you didn't have the model. You didn't have the model that so many men don't. And there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing that's wrong with that is the fact that you're not taking massive action to create a better world, a better life, and leave a more impactful legacy. So the audit and analysis that I have for you is across your 4 F-bombs: your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances. These are the 4 areas that a man of fulfillment, a man of value, must prioritize and categorize and make the most important thing in his life. Those are the purpose foundation for a man that is living a purpose-driven life. Your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances. These 4 Fs, your 4 F-bombs, make up your life of fulfillment. So across your faith, are you being active, assertive, disciplined, and devoted with your relationship to a higher power? Are you believing in yourself? Are you stretching your capacity to do new things? Are you truly leaning into discomfort so that you can stretch but also develop massive amounts of strength? If you are, then you are truly on track to becoming a high value man. If you are being passive with your faith and you're not building new belief systems, new confidence and competence, taking on bigger, greater, harder challenges, you're going to live a life of mediocrity, my friends, because to take the next level, to take the next battle, you have to charge forward. And when it comes to your fitness, do an audit and analysis and a check on your physical fitness, your emotional fitness, and your spiritual fitness. Are you strong and agile? And do you look fucking great naked? That's the fucking truth. Do you look like a savage? Do you look like a modern day knight? Do you look like a Spartan warrior, superhero, and a motherfucking beast? Could you fuck someone up? Could you run 10 miles? Could you challenge yourself? Could you lift a couch? All the things that a man should be able to do. Analyze with yourself. Ask yourself and develop those hard questions. Develop some awareness around where you're at with your fitness. Are you being passive? Because that little bit of passivity, it leaks into all other areas of life, because how you do anything is how you do everything, my friend. And third piece, your family. How are you leading your family? Are you that loving, consistent leader that is emotionally solid, responsible with other people's future? Are you being the lighthouse? Are you being the example that your friends, your family, and the community needs? That is your responsibility as a man, is to lead your family. And your family first begins with you. And so when you take a look at yourself, are you truly building a great relationship with your highest self? Are you leading your wife, your woman, and your kids in a direction that you hope they will eventually become? Are you becoming the man that you hope your daughter will someday grow up and find out in the world and marry? Are you being the model of masculinity that your son is going to grow up and model? Or are they going to get out at 18 years old and never talk to you again? And that's the truth, because you're responsible for that, my friend. And that's the audit on the family and the finances. Are you making an incredible amount of income so you can have an incredible amount of impact? Are you truly, truly being a great steward with your money? And if you audit these 4 F-bombs, your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances, it's very easy to see areas that we're being passive in. It's very easy to see the areas that we're not truly living with intention and assertive action. And those are the areas you got to dive all in, because if you're not being assertive and aggressive and look at your life from the lens of, I've got 1 year left to live, how will I live it? Then you're being a little passive. And I'm calling you out, because the world needs more high value men. The world needs more men that are willing to take their life, their struggles, their suffering, and turn them into superpowers. The world needs more men stepping up, speaking up, and truly showing the next generation of what it means to be a man. The world needs more value. Look at all the crap that is on social media and the news, my friend. The only way that we change that by changing ourselves. It means we have to be aggressive and assertive and take massive, massive responsibility and ownership for our own lives. We have to go after those things that we want so that we can prove to all the people that are following behind us, the kids, our friends, our family, our team members, our employees, our community. We show them through inspiration by being the leaders and the lighthouses and being the example that the world needs. The world needs more action driven by value. All right, my friends, this is just a reminder, a public service announcement from the High Value Man Conversation to stop PAM. Stop PAM, the passive aggressive man who's passive with his women, passive with work, passive with the world of men. He's not going after his hopes, his dreams, and his desires. And the only way that we stop the PAM problem is by becoming a high value man, a man that knows what his vision is, lives by a set of core values, stacks victories over vices, and is living an example of a man truly on purpose, a truly vocational man. If you want to learn more about the High Value Man Accelerator, a 90-day program to take you from PAM to High Value Man, shoot me a message. I'd love to talk to you about it. We're just getting through the first round of it. We're seeing amazing results already. So many guys that are taking charge, creating clarity, creating confidence, and building a strong, healthy, masculine community with other men that are on a mission to change the world. Guys, if you enjoyed this episode, do me a big favor, and like it, share it with a friend, leave me a 5-star review. Tag and maybe someone else that needs to hear it. And if you got some ideas of some guests that you'd like to see interviewed on this High Value Man Conversation so we can bring more value to the masses, go ahead and tag them on this post as well. Much love, many blessings, and we'll talk to you soon. Boom.